Hey, you there. Just wanted to let you know you are now listening to the AK Mindset Podcast.
Yo, what's going on, people? Daniel here from the AK Mindset, and we're back again with another episode of the AKWatch covering Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Episode 7 or Episode 31. Today, I'm here with Ed. Say hello to the people, Ed.
Yo, we're back again. No, we waited for a while, but we're back in the flow, and I'm excited to talk about Jujutsu Kaisen once again, man. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, indeed. And obviously, Ed wasn't here last week, so I just wanted to get your brief thoughts on the last episode. Did you enjoy it? Did you laugh? Did you have a good time?
Oh, of course. You know I did. I know you were looking forward to that episode, and I was looking forward to it as well, and it just brings me so much joy and pain at the same time, because I know like it was going downhill from there. But it was just sweet to see like everyone interacts with everyone, and our trio again going around just having fun and talking, and you see that it's kind of reinforced with how good Yuji is as a person. It's not like the professional like most people, and it was funny as well. I was laughing, I was giggling, and it was just good, and I was just wish it lasted forever. But you know, when Jujutsu Kaisen, so it's not going to. But it was a fun episode. Then we switched over to Mechamaru as well, and bro, the heavily restrictions, it's almost worth it because of how much power he has. But yeah, he'd be going through it. But it's exciting to see how the fight went, and which brought us to this episode today.
Yes, and obviously, I'll just quickly plug the socials: Instagram, Twitter on the screen, also on TikTok at the AK Mindset, so make sure you follow those. But yes, good thoughts there. I'm not sure if I would want. I don't even care about the power. Like that heavenly restriction, he was. Yeah, no, sorry, man, that's not worth it. Sorry, I just have to say it because, bro,
Yeah,
that thing is brazy, man.
It's like, oh my god, he's so strong. This is almost saying like, oh yeah, my man didn't have a body, bro. It's like that SpongeBob meme, bro. It's crazy when you think about it deeply, because that guy would be suffering, but at least it gave him something. Because imagine if you're just going through that and you have nothing, bro.
That's true. That's fair.
So I'm just looking at the positives, because you have to at that point.
It's a good mindset to have, but I think that's a good. It's a good segue to talk about basically the first half of the episode, which was dedicated to Mechamaru versus Mahito. So, I mean, if you're a Mechamaru fan, they fed you, because I'm pretty sure they added a lot of sequences. They spiced it up with stuff that wasn't actually in the manga. So, you know what? Good for you guys. But, yeah, you see, I'm not really a Mechamaru guy. Last week you heard me. I didn't really rate the plan, but Ed, what did you think about this? The tactics that Mechamaru showcased in his short spout with Mahito?
I think it's very Mechamaru. Let's just say that it's the kind of character he is. I think I've always been in the middle with Mechamaru as a character. I mean, the mole and everything's like it doesn't make sense, but at the same time, it's like it's exactly what I expect his character to do in the same place, and it just, as you can see in the end, it just wasn't worth it. Like, why would you make a deal with the devil like that? And yeah, well, I don't know. He's a funny character, the way he thinks.
Yeah. I still don't understand the logic in his whole plan in dealing the deal, because I just don't see what the plan was, to be honest. I don't understand. Like, what was the plan? You give them the intel so they can pull off their plot, and you get a new body, but you're gonna betray them. Like, it's just not very smart to me. And then
it's not.
Yeah, it's not.
It's almost counterproductive, isn't it? Like, to give it, but you still want to be friends with everyone in Jujutsu High, so you're just like giving them the power to do what they want to do, to go back to Jujutsu High, to make everyone fight a war, basically, where you might lose your friends, especially the person you're in love with.
Yeah.
But now you have a body. I think it was just very self-centered. Well, that guy was not thinking about anybody else. Even though it's like, oh, I want to see everybody again. You were not thinking about everyone else, bro. As if you sat down for 5 minutes and thought it through. It's like, if I give these people this information, what might it do to the people that I want to be with? And he will backtrack immediately. But Mechamaru is maybe I don't know. He had so much time to think because he wasn't going anywhere, and he came up with that. That's terrible, bro.
Yeah. But what I will say, like, I understand. Obviously, he came up with the countermeasure to Mahito's ability, well, his his ability to manipulate his soul, which I thought was pretty smart, because obviously he understood the type of people he was doing the deal with. So he said, okay, yeah, let me prepare the Gundam, which still does not move me. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It looked so nice, the animation sequence, and I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was just sitting there with my hand on my head, like, okay, cool, because I was not interested. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
You're not moved at all.
I don't. The guy is just lame to me. I don't know. He's just firing lasers, and I'm just like, bro, you're wasting the cursed energy you saved up to do no damage. Like,
to be fair, I think I agree with you. I think the mech look cool and the movement and everything, but the fact is, like, reduced, like, he's wasting like a year. He did 2 years. He did 5 years of cursed energy, and all you did was colorful lasers. I mean, I feel like if you give that power to like Gojo, the craziness is gonna do. Like but Gojo's like a one of one in it. But if you give it to like, I feel like if you give it to Yuji, if you give it to Fushiguro, they'll come up with some crazy stuff. He said, nah, 1 year is normal laser, 5 years, 4 colors, bro. I'm like, huh? So it took me out a little bit. It's like, really, that was 5 years of cursed energy stood up, and it's just a Herman Mill style.
yeah, man, I'm telling you, not impressive. You know what? I'm not even going to talk about Mechamaru. I'm just going to praise Mahito, because that guy was just hooping all over him. Because listen, the homing lasers, this one was transforming in all types of monster animals. I was like, yeah, this is what you call elite adaptation, bro. He was moving through the trees, whipping, and then he even trolled him at the end. He said, okay, I just made it look like it hit me, because that was the obvious thing to do. Then he will let his guard down, and then yeah, he killed him, man, like he deserved it.
I don't know what the aim was, like, before even giving praise to Mahito, because I didn't feel like incredibly moved when he like went to see his maker, because I was like, what did he expect? That's what I felt in the whole situation. Is like, what did he expect to happen? Because after Mahito, he was going to fight problem number 1, basically.
I'm telling
he
you.
had 17 years, I think, right? And he wasted like what?
He wasted about 6 of them, or about 9, because he had 9 years left. So my maths is embarrassing right now. Ooh, 7, 8 years, like 8 years, yeah.
Yeah, 8 years on Mahito, and he thought he was going to do with 9 years. It's going to take an, oh my god! I was just like, that was a stupid plan. It was never going to work, and I expected him to die. When I expect you to die, I feel like when you expect someone to die, you don't feel that bad. It's like, because like, oh, this is going to happen. But with sometimes, like, there's a huge story, like emotional movement. I felt more sorry for his what's her name, the girl with blue hair.
Miwa. Yeah, that forced romance they tried, yeah.
Yeah, I felt sorry for her rather than him. I mean, the romance was like lastminute.com, but I was like, okay, I feel a little bit for her because she was talking to a dead body. I think that's about it. But for him, I was like, yeah, what? In my head, it was just like, what did you expect? What did you expect? What did you expect? And that's not a good thing.
Feel bad for him, man. F that traitor, he deserved it, bruv.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that whole thing with Miwa, I'm just like, I understand what you're trying to do, but you can't just sneak that in when like everything about the whole Mechamaru thing is it just feels so out of the blue. Maybe I'm just not paying attention. Like, okay, Mechamaru is the traitor. Alright, I don't even care about him, so like him being the traitor does nothing for me. Now he's got some attraction to Miwa when, like, to be honest, we only saw them in one arc, literally. We didn't even get enough to dive into their character relationships for us to even be invested in them like that. But you know what? His ways. Yeah. There's no substance in the soup. I'm afraid there was just a lukewarm one. Yeah, man. It's tasting bland, but you know what? Yeah. So Mahito kills Mechamaru. Very cool scene at the end. You know, he bursts into the cockpit, and then I think some people were saying it's like a Gurren Lagann reference, like some of the scenes. So that was a nice add-in, you know, with the drills. If you watch it, Ed, I think you'll be able to clock it. But yeah, that was a cool add-in, and we transition to Shibuya. And what do you think? What do you think about this the setup that we saw in the second half of the episode?
I mean, I think before we move on to Shibuya, I just want to praise Mahito a little bit more because that guy's a kid. That guy's a kid. I keep forgetting because he's a grown up in it, but that guy is just a freshly. It's a new curse, and he's doing this craziness. I know his opponent wasn't crazy, but I feel like most people find it will find it hard to deal with Mechamaru, but he was just like prime LeBron James in the final, bro, just hooping. It's crazy, but he's a special character. He's a special curse, and he's a problem, and I'm scared for many characters in Shibuya.
Yeah, you know, that's a good point to raise. We should talk about Mahito because his adaptation rate is just very, very scary. Because, like you said, he just manifested very recently, and for him to be able to just soak things up and the way he thinks, I think that's the scariest aspects about him because he's just a natural battle machine, a curse. You know, I think, you know, he's one of them people who embodies what the curse is because he just like the longer he's there, the worse he gets, and you know, we saw it in his fight with the domain. Yeah, he's just a very scary opponent, and we have to be wary of him for sure.
Yeah, he's a problem. He is a problem.
So okay, so Geto mentioned about the veil, and that was also one of the reasons why Mechamaru couldn't just run away. And just so I'm balanced, I do acknowledge like Geto did put respect on Mechamaru's name, saying that he's like his curse energy is on the special grade level. So that does, you know, like you were mentioning about the heavenly restriction, it just shows like he was kind of a big deal, and like it's not just anyone who could have beaten him, especially when he was in that mech thing, especially because he was able to do damage to Mahito's soul, which is something we haven't seen. Yeah, twice. And the simple domain, what do you think about, because that's up until this point we always thought domains were the end all be all, you know, once you're in the domain it's peak, but now we've seen that there's been a mechanism that's been introduced that can counter the domain. So what do you think that means for the how do you like that introduction of this mechanism?
I think it's really good because with a simple domain, because from my understanding anyway, once you're in a domain already, like a domain expansion, with a simple domain can basically negate what the domain expansion does. And I think with sneak attacks and like massively strong characters, like Mechamaru said, is like a domain for the weak people. I think it's gonna be a good way to like escape some like almost certain death. So I think it's a smart like power system to introduce to what we know already.
Yep, it's one of those things I think makes the battles in Jujutsu Kaisen, it's just something that's gonna take it to the next level, you know, because it's just another tactic that someone who's of a high level will probably have in their arsenal, and they'll just diversifies what they can do. But yes,
like a high level chess game, innit? So it's like, ooh, big final move, then that's over. If I hit it, that's it. But like, actually, wait, you forgot about my queen, you forgot about my rook. So I think it's a good introduction. I like it.
And now we switch over to Shibuya. And you know, you got people there, you know, it's Halloween. I mean, in this household we don't celebrate Halloween, but you know, they're out here in the streets in their costumes, you know, they're pushing cars over, they're doing some nonsense. I don't know, man. I wouldn't approve, you know. I'm I don't know who I'm calling, but they're not gonna be happy to find out.
The authorities, that's what I'm calling.
Fam, if that's my car and you're doing, I don't even know what they're doing, push and pull, allow me, man. Come on, man.
That's what I never understand with this, like with craziness, man. When you're going out, bro, how can you not have fun by yourself with your friends? No decorum. This literally, you need to subscribe to decorum for at least a year, at least for like the day you're out. Just that kind of behavior, and it's not even surprising because we see it in real life, innit? But
it's true.
I think it's a very one-to-one adaptation of what people do in real life. Because some crazy stories when sport teams wins in America, like the whole city goes to craziness. So, but that's wild. So I don't know, but they were having fun at least. It's Halloween, they were partying out, and they didn't know it was about to be the worst night of their lives, bro.
Oh my days. That's why we have to be. In fact, let me chill. No, but I do like how they just captured how the perspective of just regular people in the world of Jujutsu Sorcerers. They're just chilling, they're having fun. Yeah. We're seeing what regular people are doing, and then now you just see that, like, the subtle. I like how they showed the veil coming down. Like, that was one of the imageries that I really liked. Like, you just see, and then some people can see, and then other people was like, bro, what are you looking at? And then it comes down. It comes down, bro. And then now they can't get out because it's trapping regular people, which is just, I don't know, man. It's just crazy.
No,
man.
And at that point, I would put down my alcohol, bro. It's like, what am I doing? This has gone too far. My addiction has got too. I'm addicted. Because what do you mean I'm walking into an invisible wall? I would lose it. I think that would be I would be going crazy, bro. Because what do you mean there's a wall in front of me? I can't move out.
Yeah. If you're claustrophobic, I feel bad for you, bro. Because
yeah. I'm not even claustrophobic, and that will freak me out because I can see where I'm going to, but I can't go there. Then, like 2 minutes ago, my friend was like, "Oh, do you see that?" That's a horror movie for me already, bro.
Bro, imagine if you like were on the other side, but like your friend can't get out, so then you go in and now you can't get out. I would be so vexed. I'm like, bro, why was I curious? I should have just stayed in the outside where it was safe.
I would cry, bro. I'll be one of those characters in the movie that just sit down somewhere and just cry. Because what do you mean I was outside free? I said, hey, bro, come, let me take you. Are you fumbly? Let's walk out. And I can't come out again. Yeah. I'll be vexed. I might tell you to curse that day, bro. Because I'm seeking vengeance. Because what do you mean?
Nah, man, this is tight, man. It's tight. And then we saw like some of the people near the station got sucked in like a Hoover. Like, I don't know what's going on around there, man.
That's just terrifying, bro. I think the whole imagery is just like, I wouldn't want to be there. That was. Imagine just 1 second, you're dancing, you're having fun with your friends, you're taking pictures of Halloween costumes. The next minute, you're floating through the air, bro. Or you see people floating through the air, down into the subway. I'm like, yeah. Is it them dreaming or this is rapture, bro?
Yeah, end time's coming, but yeah, man. Yeah, man. So we have them. They're just confused. They're like, bro. And then we switch it at the sorcerers who are giving us the breakdown of the situation. Obviously, this is all set up. They're saying, okay, what's his name? I forgot that guy's name. The guy with the glasses. He's wearing a suit. He's talking to Nanami. I forgot his name at this present time. But yeah, he's like, okay, cool. Yeah, you can't go in. You can go in because you're a Jujutsu sorcerer, but regular people, they're trapped. And you can't use your phone because it blocks the signals. Then the guy who is like talking to Fushiguro, he try and brag, but Megami, he's just like, bro, I already knew that. Like, why are you trying to do the senpai thing, man? Allow me.
Trying to big bro me, bro. Silly.
Literally trying to big bro him, and he's just like, bro, like, do you know who taught me? Big Satoru.
The goat.
Stay calm, man. Stay calm. And so we got the groups in it. So we got Nanami's group, Nobaru's group, and I think those, and also Panda's group. So like, what do you think of the teen setups? Like guess we don't want to give too much away because obviously if they're anime only watchers, we're not going to spoil. But we got a good teams.
Yeah, we got good teams, but the anime group is crazy. I'm not done. So the Mabaru group is crazy because Maki's with someone that if you've been the anime, you know that she's not gonna gel well with that guy. So I'm just like, why of all people, bro? you stuck me with him. So it's crazy. The Naname's group is strong. We don't know much about the fighting style or like ability of the other guy, and Pandas were grade 1 as well. So it seems like a capable group. So yes, Katana guy. He has a book, a manga cover in one of them in the manga series. Like it's the cover of one of the.
He did not deserve that cover.
Bro, don't even get me started because I take my manga collection seriously. How long I was waiting for Maki?
Yeah, like 20 volumes plus. I'm pretty sure. Had to be.
And we got him.
Yeah, that guy. He did not deserve. He did not deserve. He did not deserve that cover, bro.
True finesse. Well, let's not go into that too much. But yeah, it was a great one. So he seems capable, and we know what Panda can do as well. So it's been like strong groups. We haven't seen, our main character yet and what he's doing, but yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. What craziness is gonna happen?
Yeah, and one thing that I thought was interesting is just the way Kusakabe was like, oh yeah, the higher ups are trying to protect against the Jujutsu sorcerers dying and not necessarily the regular people. And I just thought that was a bit grimy. I'm not gonna lie.
I know. That's supposed to be the good guys, isn't it? Does not sound familiar to someone. It sounds familiar to someone, bro. So I'm like, that's interesting.
Oh yeah, that's true. You
see what I mean?
Yeah.
Different sides of the same coin, bro.
Well. Guess we were monkeys all along.
Bro, are they supposed to be the good guys? Is that not what our favorite villain said? Like, I don't care what happens to these, man. And you, man, say, oh yeah, just be careful about it was just a crazy thing I noticed. It's like, so you basically are the same people, but it's not surprising why Gojo doesn't like them. So
yeah, they suck, man. They suck. And speaking of Gojo, he's been summoned. The regular people, they were told to say one thing: bring Satoru Gojo, bring him. And that's what do you think that bodes? Well, I'm not even gonna say what do you think that bodes, but like when you read that in the manga, when you're like, okay, they're asking for Gojo, so what are you expecting? Because obviously, if they're asking for him, they've got something for him, right?
Exactly. I was like, it's gonna be like when I read it in the manga, it's like, is it gonna be like the thing like once he goes inside, he won't be able to come, specifically for him, he won't be able to come out. Like a reverse will happen in the game and
I get you.
In season 1.
Yeah, the Tokyo thing.
Yeah, it was gonna be like a reverse where he can't come out, he goes in. Like this is like an obvious trap. But at the same time, is Gojo like this seems pretty obviously, and they have something planned. And I was like, just be careful, Gojo. And that starts my thoughts. But at the same time, I was like, well, it's Gojo. He'll be fine. So, yeah.
Yeah. I thought, because I was just like, this is very calculated, and they want him by himself clearly for some reason, and I'm a bit nervous for him because obviously he's been shown up to that point to be this unstoppable force who he's basically just a game breaker. Like as soon as he enters, like flip the whole table with the cards, start over because he's rewriting the rules.
Literally, he's rewriting. It's not as if it's gonna beat you like so easily. It's just like, nah, we're not playing chess anymore. It's checkers now.
Facts. Oh man. But I think that was pretty much everything that was in the episode. Unless there's any points that you'd like to pick up before we bring this in to a close.
No, I think the other thing is like we need to be beefing this people that make the openings, bro. Because have you seen it?
What do you mean?
Like they be spoiling things, bro.
Hey, bro, like I don't know. I said it last week. I listened to like the first 10 seconds. I was like, this song is not grabbing me. So I just, you know me, plus 130, and I skipped.
Fair enough. Yeah, the song was. I mean, compared to what we've already received with Jujutsu Kaisen with openings, this is a bit lackluster. But I was like, I always like to like watch for the first time, watch it fresh, and after I'm skipping. And it was really good. Then I'll come back to it every time. Like the first season opening was, I listened to it many times. But I was watching it, I was like, yo, you've basically told them what is happening in Shibuya, bro.
If the ones are still watching openings and they know about and they're complaining about spoilers, sorry, man.
Anime only. This is a rule for anime. So I don't know why you're watching this. This is the first time to anime. Maybe you're just following this for the first time, but never watch an opening for anything.
Unless it's at the end of the season, at the last episode.
Or the last episode of the arc. Like, literally do not, because you'll be watching it in episode 1, then you'll be like, episode 2, it's like, oh, so that's what they want to do. And for me, it's frustrating. And for most anime fans feel that way as well. So just be careful, because I was like, what? Why is Mahito doing that, bro? Why? And I was like, yeah. Shame. But apart from that.
What? They showed that? No way.
No. I mean, Mahito was a problem in the whole arc, but they showed them going crazy and like.
Oh, okay.
It was
like
not
that.
Yeah, but just crazy. Like, yo, so you know that this is set up by these people. You know that he's gonna be there. You know what's gonna be. So it's just like, really, even though it's a little bit, it's not like major spoilers of what Mahito does. But it's like, come on, man, just show them like running around like a classic Naruto one. You know, dropping off cliffs, and fighting random people. But I don't know. Yeah. Apart from that, it was a solid episode. Enjoyed it, and you know, next few episodes are gonna be crazy. It seems.
For sure. If they're adding stuff like if they're gassing Mechamaru, then I'm expecting big things for the upcoming episodes, because that guy is a bomb.
As you can tell, we're not a fan of Mechamaru in this parts. I don't hate him like that, but I'm definitely not gonna defend him. So. Nope.
You know, I guess we can give him his real name. What's his name? Kokichi Mucha, something like that. But yeah.
Mechamaru, he doesn't deserve that.
Okay, yeah, Mechamaru, man. And Miwa is too good for you anyway. And Miwa, do better. Come on, man. Like, talking about, oh yeah, I wanna come see you. Shut up, man.
Okay, let me not say. Well, I was gonna say something ridiculous there, but. Yeah.
Okay. Well, next week, I think if I think it's happening, then I'm gonna be happy and sad. But you know, you'll hear from me next week if I'm there. With some words. But yes.
Yes. So we're looking forward to it. This season has been good, man. So I'm expecting great things, and I know it's gonna be fun next week. We shall be there.
Of course. But yeah, that was the AKWatch, you know, covering Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 episode 7. Joined today me and Ed. Hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, we will catch you in the next one. Peace.
Deuces.